Hi and welcome back to my channel. I'm Liz of Chicago Luxury Makeup. For today's video, we're going to be doing a quick get ready with me using some new to me products. I did pick up the brand new Prada foundation and a Prada lipstick, so we're going to be trying those out today, and I will also be using a few other new to me products. So if you're curious to see what I picked up, how I created this look, and my thoughts on these brand new products, keep watching. Today I want to start with a very small Sephora haul. I picked up three things. I picked up the brand new Prada foundation, which I cannot wait to use. The brand new LYS blush sticks, which again, I'm also very excited to use. And I also picked up a brand new Prada lipstick. This, as far as lipstick goes, this is the Monochrome Soft Matte. So I'm going to use all of those new products today. I also have a few other products that I've picked up over the last couple of months that I haven't used on the channel yet. So I thought I would go ahead, use those today. And that is a brand new Chanel eyeshadow. I picked this one up at Ulta. This is shade 308 Clair Obscure. It looks like a beautiful neutral kind of nude everyday eyeshadow palette. So I'm very excited to use that. And the other new product I have is a Suqqu blush. This is one of their pure blushes. And I did check before filming, this shade is still available at Liberty London. If it is a shade you like, you actually can still pick it up. So I thought I would use all of those new products today. We'll just do a quick get ready with me. It's been a while, you guys. I don't even know what to say. I really don't even know what to say. Every single night, it's like I have something going on. And so I can't film, I can't edit, I can't do anything. So the weekends is all I have. I'm hopeful that things are going to slow down, but I always say that and something always comes up. I'm going to start with the Sisley Double Tincture Primer. Again, I'm using just this little bitty sample because I don't want to open up my new one yet. But since I am using a new foundation, I always use the same primer just so I can be consistent in the foundations. Now I have to be honest, you guys. As soon as I got my Sephora package, I opened up the foundation and I did like a little swatch on my hand just to see how the color was going to work. I think it's going to work. And just based on that little hand swatch, I'm very excited. Very excited. It looked beautiful. Like a perfect natural finish. It was gorgeous. So this is the Skin Optimizing Foundation. I have shade MC45. I went back and forth over what shade to get. Ultimately, I did choose this shade. I used the foundation shade finder tool. I mean, I put in multiple different foundations that I use and I got multiple different answers. But I thought that when I looked on the like swatches that they had, I thought that this shade looked the best. And I did just pick up the refill. I did not get the case. I know that the case looked beautiful, but for me, I have so many foundations, so many that I'm never going to finish this. If I'm being honest, if I'm being real, like I don't think I will finish this. So I just went ahead and picked up the refill, you guys. It was about $25 cheaper. I don't need the fancy packaging. I do think that the fancy packaging is nice. It looked really nice, but for me, I just went ahead and picked up the refill. And the refill does come with the standard 1 ounce or 30 milliliters, although it does look really small. That's what it looks like. When I swatched it, it really reminded me of the Dior Forever Glow. And that is one of my favorite foundations. Now there is a fragrance. I didn't really notice that when I was doing my hand swatch, but yeah, I can, I smell it. It's like almost overpowering. Now I haven't, it's been a while since I've read anything about this foundation, but as it's going on, it feels a little light. I prefer a medium to full coverage, and this is 3 pumps. It's like my hand is empty. And I definitely need more. I definitely need more to give me the coverage that I want. So I'm going to go in with a couple more pumps and we'll build it up and see how we'll see how it works. So it is about 3 o'clock on a Friday when I'm filming this. I hope to have this video up for you guys on Saturday. So if that happens, which I hope it does, I will leave a pinned comment on how this wore. Now I am going out with friends tonight, so I'll definitely be able to tell you how long it lasts and how it wears. I presume I will be out till about 11ish. I don't know. I do have to get up really early tomorrow to take my son to driver's ed. He has to be there at 6:30. And he is spending the night at his dad's house, which means I'm going to have to get up at like 5:45 to 6 to get up, get myself ready, and get to his dad's house to pick him up and then take him to driver's ed. So I don't want to be out too late because I really do need some sleep. Here's how the face is looking right now. I still want to build it up just a little bit more. I still think I need just a little bit more coverage. So I'm going to go in with just a couple more pumps and we'll see how it looks after building it up. So here's that foundation. I do think building it up worked. I don't think that it looks too cakey or anything like that. So I definitely think you can build it up. I think the shade might be a slight bit too light for me. I'm afraid to go any deeper, especially right now, but it definitely looks a little bit light. I think it looks good, but I do think it's like just slightly too light. But that's okay because I do have bronzer and everything, bronzer, blush, all of that other good stuff. So it'll definitely work out by the end of the look, but just foundation alone, I think it's slightly too light for me. Now I'm going to go in with concealer. I'm going to be using the new grwm Terracotta Concealer, which I have been using now for a few weeks. I really like it. I think it is really good. It gives me a nice coverage, does not make the area underneath my eyes cakey at all. Yeah, look at that. That is really nice. For cream contour, I'm just going to quickly go in with the Charlotte Tilbury, which you guys know is not new, but it is my favorite. I will be blending this out with a Sonia G Sheer Buffer. Now the Sephora sale is coming up. It's going to be here before you guys know it. What are you guys shopping for? What are you looking for? You guys already know I'm going to be recommending this cream contour. It is absolutely the best. That definitely added just enough color back in to this foundation. I don't look so pale anymore. Go ahead and prime my eyes with this Chanel Cream Shadow in shade Skin Tone. So I'm sitting here filming and I have the dogs with me and they're sleeping on my son's bed. At least that's what I had hoped. One of them is sleeping. My big dog is sleeping. The little dog, who's about 3.5, 4 pounds, he's a little teacup Yorkie. He's sitting on the edge of the bed, staring at our printer. He's staring at the printer and every once in a while growling. So if you hear any noise in the background, it is my little bitty dog who is very mad at the printer. Very mad at the printer. I turned the printer on and I'm going to be printing some stuff later. And I had to change the ink. So I did that right before I sat down to film. And he's still very mad at the printer. So he's just sitting there glaring at it. It is funny. I normally do try and keep them in the room with me when I'm filming, if I can. It just cuts down on the barking. Every once in a while, you'll hear them barking in the videos, and it's because I forgot to bring them upstairs, they're downstairs, and every time my neighbor leaves, every time, my little dog just barks at him. I mean, I don't even know how to stop it. He barks every single time. So that's why I normally try and bring him up here with me while I film and he can just sleep next to me, and typically he's good. For loose powder, I'm going to go in with the La Prairie loose powder. You guys already know it's one of my favorites. If the sale or if the gift with purchase event is still going on at Cost Bar, I will make sure and link this at Cost Bar. You could pick this powder up and nothing else, and you're going to get an amazing gift with purchase. Now I did pick up I picked up a few things at Cost Bar, so hopefully mine is here soon and I can show you guys this gift with purchase. For bronzer, I'm going to use the Clé de Peau bronzer. It is one of my absolute favorites. And I'm just going to quickly apply it. I'm not going to use too much because I do have these new blushes that I am really curious to see how they're going to look. And this Suqqu blush is kind of like a bronzy blush. All right, so let's go ahead and test out this LYS cream blush. I should have used my LYS bronzer. I have an LYS bronzer and I do really like it. I should have used that. I was not thinking, but I'm going to go ahead and open up this. This is what it looks like. This is what the packaging looks like, okay? Try and get out of the way so you can just focus on this color. This is shade number, I guess there's no number. This is shade Elite. And in parentheses, it says mauve. Okay, I want to talk about that. It says mauve. That is the color. That color is not mauve. And I even went back online to confirm my order because ordering a mauve shade is absolutely something I would do. That is definitely something I would do because those are typically the blush shades that I gravitate towards, is a nice mauve or rosewood. This is bright pink. Bright pink. So I was a little worried. I definitely was a little worried. Here's the packaging. I absolutely love the packaging. It's this beautiful pink iridescent packaging. It's got the triangle shape packaging, which is consistent with all of their other products. When I open, that's what it looks like. That's a little bit deep, and I don't necessarily think that that looks mauve. It definitely doesn't look as like poppy pink as the packaging, but I definitely don't think that it looks mauve. I did swatch it. So when I opened up everything, I did swatch this on my hand, and it is a little deep. So I'm going to go in very lightly. I'm going to use my BK Beauty 106, and I'm just going to tap it on the product itself. Okay, so that's all that I got, and we're just going to tap it on the cheeks now and try and blend. It is very pigmented. So I just want to let you guys know that it is extremely pigmented. But the LYS products are very reasonably priced. I think that this blush was $20. I mean, that's nothing. And you guys know I use the LYS primer a lot, and I think that is also $20. So it is not expensive. And I would have used the LYS primer today, but because the foundation is new and I want to be consistent in that every single new foundation I'm trying, I'm using the same primer, I went ahead and just stuck with the Sisley Double Concealer. Otherwise, I absolutely would have used that LYS gripping primer. I think it is really nice. So here's that blush. I do think it blended out beautifully. My cheeks are slightly tacky, but not dewy or balmy. I can handle tacky because I will put a powder on top of it. I don't like balmy or dewy. But going in lightly, I think I was able to make it work. But just opening this package and looking at it, I was shocked at how deep it was. It's definitely deeper than I was expecting. So just be careful when you order and know that these products are very pigmented. But that said, I was able to blend it out, and I don't notice any sort of disruption with the foundation underneath. So far, both of those brand new products seem to be playing really well together. That foundation still looks beautiful, and I think that the blush on top is just gorgeous. It really is. I think it is very pigmented. So now I will go ahead and open up this new Suqqu blush, and again, this is just new to me. I've had it now for a while. It's just been sitting off to the side for me to review. But this is one of the Pure Color blushes, and it's in shade number 139. So here is the packaging. Very standard Suqqu black packaging. I really like it. And then here is this blush. I think it looks beautiful. I think this is very much a Liz shade. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit with my Chikuhodo brush and apply it. So that really, really made that cream blush underneath pop. I think that that powder blush and that cream blush paired perfectly together. That is really, really pretty. Let me know down below what you guys think. I think it is absolutely gorgeous though. I really, really love the Suqqu blushes. Now I don't have a lot of this formula. This is the Pure Color formula. I don't have a lot of them. I only have 1 or 2. I absolutely loved their melting powder blushes. Those were hands down the best blushes across any brand. They discontinued that line of blushes just because they weren't able to get the products or the ingredients that they needed to make the blushes, which is a shame because they were absolutely the best. So I've now picked up a few of these Pure Color blushes, which are still good, but they are nowhere near as good as those melting powder blushes. Those were so good. That said, this blush is beautiful. Really, really beautiful. I'm going to go in with a highlighter. I'm going to use this Dior, I guess it was upside down. I'm going to use this Dior Backstage Glow palette, and this is in shade Glitz. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit with my brush. This is the Sonia G Inochi Pro. Now I definitely think I'm going to have to buff just to kind of tone down that blush a little bit because it is pretty deep right now. All right, so I went ahead and buffed my cheeks down just a little bit. I really do like it, but I love a bright cheek. I am definitely not one to shy away from a bright cheek. So now we're going to go into this brand new eyeshadow palette. Again, this is shade 308 Clair Obscure. Now again, I picked mine up at Ulta, but I do know that it is available at other retailers. I did check before filming. So it does come in the standard black felt packaging, and then you have the standard black and white. And then here is 308. It's just a beautiful neutral matte palette. I actually haven't seen any videos on this. It's probably, I'm positive this quad has been around for a while, so it's not new. But because I personally haven't seen any videos on it, I'm going to go ahead and swatch it for you. I'm going to start up here with this shade. This looks like a brown matte. And then next to it looks like a tan, lighter colored matte. And then in the corner almost looks like a ivory nude color matte. And then last is a dark brown. I mean, that is just a perfect neutral matte palette. I take a Sonia G Blending Pro or Blender Pro, and I'm going to go into this light tan shade, and we'll place that in the crease. Now, I do have several of these little Chanel quads. I think that they are great. I think that the formula is really, really nice. I had heard rumors that Chanel was discontinuing these or reformulating them, which is why when I saw this quad, and it was a quad that I had never tried, I did go ahead and pick it up. All right, now I'm going to go in with the shade next to it, which is just a little bit of a deeper brown. And I'm going to start on the outer corner, but work my way into the crease. Now I will go in with a Sonia G Mini Booster, and I'm going to go into the darkest of the browns and put that on the outer corner. I mean, this is definitely a color story that I would wear every single day. This is just an everyday eyeshadow quad. I also think this would be a great eyeshadow quad to mix in with other palettes. Maybe you've got a palette that's nothing but shimmers or metallics. This would be a great palette to use in conjunction with that. But even just using those mattes, look at that. That is pretty. I'm going to go back in with that Blender Pro to just kind of blend and diffuse. Now you guys know I love a highlight shade in the inner corner, or a shimmer. There's not one in this palette, so I'm not going to use one. I'm going to stick to just using this palette. I'm going to take a Sonia G Builder brush and go into that light shade, and I'll use that in the inner corner to kind of lighten. Although I do think a shimmer would be really, really beautiful. We'll just stick with what is included in this quad. Now the eye base that I use, that Chanel Skintalence, now that is like a light pink kind of soft shimmer. So it is going to give just a little bit of shimmer underneath the eye, but not too much. I think that is beautiful. This is definitely my color story, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful everyday palette. I take a BK Beauty 207. I'm going to go into this light brown and take it underneath the eye. I'm going to pick up some of that dark shade, just kind of build up that outer corner. I feel like I need just a little bit more definition, especially since I am going out tonight. I mean, that is very, very pretty. I don't know why I haven't ever seen this palette before. I don't know why no one talks about it. I love it. I really, really do. I'm going to use a Chanel eyeliner. This is shade Espresso to go ahead and finish off this eye look. For mascara, I'm going to use the Chanel Lash Primer. I'm almost done with this Rare Beauty. I think probably today will be the last day that I use it. So I'm going to go ahead and use this Rare Beauty, and then we'll be back because I do have that new Prada lipstick to try. Here's that finished eye look. I think it looks phenomenal. I absolutely love it. I am so happy I picked up this eyeshadow quad. I really, really am. I love it. This Rare Beauty mascara is growing on me. When I first tried it, I was like, yeah, it's all right. But today, I really, really liked it. And I think my lashes look beautiful. Now, I don't know if that's the primer or if that's the mascara, if it's a combination of both. I don't know, but I do think that it all worked very well today. Now I'm going to go ahead and open up this Prada lipstick. Again, this is the Monochrome Soft Matte, and I picked up shade B106 Caramel. So here is the packaging for the Prada lipstick, and it is refillable. Here is what caramel looks like, and I will swatch it for you. So that is a very, very pretty shade. I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with the Dior lip pencil in shade 300 Nude Style. And now I will go in with the Prada lipstick. Here is that finished lip with that Prada lipstick. It is definitely a soft matte. It is definitely matte. If I was leaving the house right now, I would definitely top it with a gloss. That is totally personal preference. I think that it does look very pretty though. I don't think it's drying on my lips whatsoever. I don't feel like it is sinking into the fine lines in my lips and showing any sort of lines. I think it looks really, really good, and I think that this shade is perfect. So far I am very, very impressed with the Prada beauty products that I have tried. There are some eyeshadows. The one eyeshadow that I wanted to try, Sephora was completely sold out of. So hopefully it comes back in stock before the Sephora sale, and if it does, I'm definitely going to pick it up and I will try that. But so far, very, very impressed. This foundation looks beautiful. I'm really, really liking it so far. But like I said, I will definitely leave a pinned comment and let you guys know how it wore throughout the day. But so far, very, very impressed. So that is it. That is my very quick get ready with me using these new to me products. Let me know what you guys think. Have you tried any of these? What are your thoughts? Let me know if any of you guys have tried this Chanel eyeshadow. Why have I been sleeping on it? Where have I been? Let me know if you guys have tried it and is it one of your favorites. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video.